Hey YouTube, welcome back to Ben Goes Electric. If you're in the UK and you're thinking about buying a Tesla Model 3 or Model Y in 2025, this is the video you'll need. In this video, I'm going to walk through everything you need to know before you buy, including specs, trim, pricing, charging, running costs, software, you name it. Whether this is your first EV or you're upgrading from an older model, this will give you the complete picture. So make sure you hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed, and let's dive right in. So, what are the Model 3 and Model Y? We'll start with the Model 3. This is Tesla's compact electric saloon that blends performance, efficiency, and cutting-edge tech into a clean, minimalist package designed with aerodynamics in mind, and it offers a sporty feel on the road, sharp handling, and an impressively low drag coefficient, all of which contribute to its strong range and efficiency. It's ideal for drivers who prioritise a more traditional saloon shape and a lower driving position compared to the Model Y. The Model Y, on the other hand, is essentially a crossover version of the Model 3. It shares the same underlying platform, drivetrain options, and much of the same technology, but it sits higher up off the ground and is built for practicality in mind. You get a more upright seating position, a greater headroom, and easier access to the vehicle thanks to its raised ride height. And it also has a hatchback boot, which makes it more versatile for families or those who need more cargo. Both cars are of course fully electric, and they come with Tesla's hallmarked minimalist interior design centered around the distinctive 15-inch touchscreen that controls nearly all of the car's functions. Both cars also feature over-the-air software updates and Tesla's advanced driver system, also known as Autopilot, with optional upgrades like advanced autopilot or full self-driving, or as known FSD. While they share a lot of DNA, the Model 3 and Model Y cater to slightly different lifestyles. The Model 3 is great for those who value your driving dynamics and efficiency in a more compact form, and the Model Y is better suited to those who need more space, a higher driving position, or just prefer the convenience of a hatchback. So with that in mind, let's take a closer look at what each one offers and which might be a better fit for you. So let's start with the trims and pricing. For the UK, these figures are accurate as of May 2025, but as all things with Tesla, prices can shift without much notice, so it's always worth double checking before you buy it on the website. Both cars offer the same base 3 trims. These are the rear wheel drive, the long range rear wheel drive, and the long range all wheel drive, with the prices on screen at the moment. Let's start with the rear wheel drive. This is the entry level option with one electric motor in the rear and a smaller LFP battery, giving you a claim range of 323 miles with the stock wheels on the Model 3 and 311 on the Model Y with the same stock wheels. This is ideal for your daily commute driving and those prioritising efficiency. Next up is the long range rear wheel drive. This gives you the larger NMC battery for an increased range of up to 336 in the Model 3 and 387 in the Model Y. And finally, we have the long-range all-wheel drive. This takes the same long-range battery from the previous trim, but adds an additional motor in the front for all-wheel drive, which leads for better traction, quick acceleration, but a reduction in range just due to the car being less efficient. All trims look the same on the outside, other than a dual motor badge on the all-wheel drive trims, and a long-range badge on the long-range rear-wheel drive trim, only on the Model Y for now. But on the inside, the dual motor trims get an upgraded door trim, which goes from your textile to Alcantara, and a more powerful speaker system of up to 17 speakers in the Model 3, which sound awesome. But other than that, all the different trims get the exact same specs on the inside. Tesla do offer one more trim level, but at the time of filming it's only on the Model 3, but has been confirmed to come to the Model Y too, which is the Performance. You get the same long-range battery, but it's paired with more powerful motors to give you the fastest model you can buy. You also get upgraded wheels and brakes, a lowered suspension, redesigned front and rear bumper, a carbon spoiler, sport seats, and track-ready features. Let's talk performance. On the screen you can see all the figures, and no car by any means is slow when you're comparing it to your standard petrol or diesel car, but the dual motor cars in particular deliver that signature Tesla punch. And of course, the Model Y is a little heavier and so you can see it's a little slower across the board, but it's still fast by any normal standard. When it comes to colour options, Tesla offer the same paint palette across both Model 3 and Model Y in the UK. Starting off, you get stealth grey as standard, and then you have a solid black, pearl white and deep blue metallic for an extra £1,300, and then you have quicksilver and ultra red for £2,000, both of which look absolutely stunning. Next up are the wheels, where the Model 3 and Model Y differ. With the Model 3, all trims other than the performance come with the 18-inch Photon wheels, which come with a plastic aero cover for increased efficiency. But don't worry if you don't really like the look of these, there's plenty of third-party examples to change the look of your car, in which you can just pop them off and pop new ones on. For an extra £1,500, you can upgrade to the optional 19-inch Nova wheels for a more sporty look, and the Performance Model 3 gets 20-inch warped wheels as standard. With the Model Y trims, they all come with a standard 19-inch cross-flow wheels, and like the Model 3, have the same plastic aero covers, which can be popped off. And on the long-range trims, you can upgrade to the optional 20-inch Helix 2.0 wheels for an extra £2,100. In short, larger wheels definitely enhance the car's stance and appearance, but they can also reduce the range slightly, and lead to a firmer ride. So it's a trade-off between looks and comfort. The final options you get are the interior colour, with black seats and dash being included, as in this car, and white seats and dash being an optional £1,100 option, which look great, and don't worry, they clean up very well. You can also option a tow hitch if required. Now we've got the trim, pricing, paint, wheels out of the way, let's move on to range and charging, as that is a key consideration when choosing between the two. Tesla quotes WLTP range, but here in the UK, especially with the cold winters and a lot of motorway driving, you'll rarely see the full numbers. For the Model 3, expect 230 to 270 miles in the rear-wheel drive. You're looking at 270 to 310 in the long-range rear-wheel drive, about 280 to 300 in the all-wheel drive model, and around about 250 miles with the performance. With the Model Y, it's the same motor and batteries, but because again it's bigger, heavier and a less efficient car, expect a lower range across the board, with around 200 miles in the rear-wheel drive, 270 in the long-range rear-wheel drive, and about 260 in the all-wheel drive. When it comes to charging, Tesla is still ahead of the game, and this is one of the brand's biggest selling points. Both on the Model 3 and the Model Y, they support DC fast charging of up to 250 kilowatts on Tesla's supercharger network. In the real world, this means you can go from 10 to 80% in around about 25 minutes, depending on the conditions. That's ideal enough for your motorway stops, enough time to grab a coffee, stretch your legs, and be back on the road with hundreds of miles of range added. Tesla's superchargers are also incredibly easy to use. For Tesla owners, it's a seamless experience. You just pull up, plug in, and the car automatically starts charging. No apps, no cards, no messing around, and the cost of the charge is billed directly to your Tesla account. As of May 2025, the UK supercharger network continues to expand rapidly, with more than 140 locations, and with more high-speed V4 chargers coming online at motorway service stations, retail parks and travel hubs. Most importantly, many supercharger sites are now open to non-Tesla EVs, but your Tesla drivers still enjoy the most frictionless experience, and they are also the cheapest to use in the country, costing around about 37p per kilowatt when you compare it to others, which costs around 80. For daily driving, home charging is where the real convenience and savings come in. The ideal setup for any EV is a 7 kilowatt home wall box, which will fully charge your car overnight while you sleep, no having to go to a petrol station. Tesla offers its own wall connector, but there are plenty of excellent third-party alternatives like Ohm, Anderson and Hypervolt, which offer integrated smart scheduling and load balancing features. You can also pair your wall charger with an EV-friendly electric tariff, for example Octopus Go or Intelligent Octopus, where you can unlock very low off-peak rates, and some drivers pay as little as 7p per kilowatt during the night. That means for a full charge, which is around about 300 miles, could cost you under £5. Or to put it another way, you're paying for about £2.50 to £3 for 200 miles of driving, which is far cheaper than petrol or diesel, and obviously is better than many public chargers. So home charging is the one to do. Both cars support Type 2 AC charging at up to 11 kilowatts for workplace or destination charging, and they're also compatible with CCS for non-Tesla DC chargers like GridServe, Intervolt and Ionity. While Tesla's own network offers the best user experience, it's good to know you're also going to have access to thousands of third-party chargers across the UK if needed. Step inside either the Model 3 or Model Y, you'll be greeted with Tesla's unmistakable minimalist design. There is no traditional buttons or dials, just a clean, uncluttered cabin centered around a single piece of tech, the massive 15-inch landscape touchscreen. This display controls almost everything in the car, including navigation, media, climate control, seat heaters, driving modes, and it even opens your glove box. It even shows you your essential driving information like speed, remaining range, autopilot status, since neither car has the traditional instrument clutter in front of the driver. This might feel strange at the start, especially if you're coming from a car with a more conventional design, but most people, like myself, have adapted quickly. Both cars received a significant interior refresh. You now get improved materials throughout the car, a more premium soft touch finish on the doors and the dash, ambient LED lighting that runs throughout the dashboard and into the doors, ventilated front seats which are perfect for your long summer drives, a quieter cabin thanks to double glazed glass all around the car which leads to more sound insulation. Controversially, in both cars you no longer have your gear selector stalk, but also in the Model 3 you no longer have an indicator stalk. Instead, on both cars, changing gear is done on the touchscreen, and the indicators on the Model 3 are done as buttons on the steering wheel. This led to quite a divided opinion, but luckily for some in the Model Y, Tesla kept the indicator stalk, so you still have your traditional stalk on your left-hand side. Where the Model Y really shines is in space and practicality. You sit higher up, which some drivers find more commanding and confidence-inspiring. Rear seat passengers get more headroom and legroom compared to the Model 3, and thanks to its crossover design, you get a huge glass roof and excellent outwards visibility. It feels more airy, more family friendly, and even the rear seats recline a little bit, which is really nice for long journeys. Next, let's talk about storage space, which is another key area where these two Teslas differ. Storage is a big part of the buying decision, and the Model 3 is a saloon at the end of the day. It has a fixed boot opening, but you still get around about 500 litres of storage, including the underfloor compartment in the boot. The Model Y, on the other hand, is a hatchback, which means it's much easier to load, and with the seats down, you're looking at around about 850 litres of usable space. It's also dog-friendly, bike-friendly, and even IKEA-friendly. Both vehicles have a front trunk or a fruit in the front, which is a great place to store your charging cables or small bag. Once you start using it, you're going to wonder how you lived without one. It's just great to have a bit of extra storage. When it comes to the in-car software, Tesla remains unmatched. The user interface is slick, responsive, and is constantly evolving thanks to the over-the-air updates that you get, just like your phone. These updates can improve everything from efficiency and range of the car to new entertainment features and even to completely new driving capabilities. The 15-inch touchscreen is your control center. It runs a clean, intuitive operating system with built-in sat-nav with live traffic data, with supercharger routing and range predictions. You have your streaming apps like Netflix, YouTube, Disney+, your music, Spotify, Apple Music, and of course Tesla's arcade with games like beach buggy racing, chess, and even Cuphead, which is great for passing time while you're charging. You also get fun little extras. You've got like karaoke. You can even change your horn on the go, and you even got emissions mode, which is obviously the fart app. Yes, it's all a bit quirky, but it's what makes Teslas different compared to the competition. I've got a full video, as you can see up above, looking into the Tesla entertainment system. Both Model 3 and Model Y as standard come with base autopilot, which includes adaptive cruise control, which automatically maintains your speed and distance from the car ahead, and also gets lane keeping assist, which keeps the car centered in the marked lanes of motorways and A roads. If you want more features, there are two optional upgrades, first of which is enhanced autopilot for £6,400. This adds auto lane change, which will change the lane of your car automatically when you signal on motorways. You get Navigate on Autopilot, which is a automatic motorway navigation from slip road to slip road. You get Auto Park, as the name suggests, which means the car can park itself. And finally, you get Smart Summon, where the car can actually drive itself to you from a car park, which is limited in the UK as you always need to be within 6 feet of the car. So not the greatest feature, but hopefully in the future it'll improve. You also have full self-driving capability, or FSD, for £6,800, which includes everything in enhanced autopilot, plus traffic light and stop sign control, where the car can recognise and respond to your traffic lights, and you also get future access to additional features as when the regulations and software allows. Let's be clear though, here in the UK, FSD does not mean the car can drive itself like it does in the US. Right now it just adds a few extra features, but you still remain fully responsible behind the wheel. But Tesla has made massive progress with the AI and vision-based driving, but full self-driving is still a bit off in the UK, as they're still trying to work around the legal frameworks. But for most buyers, basic autopilot, which you get with a car, is perfect for when you're just doing a lot of motorway driving. Enhanced autopilot can be worth it, if you want the upgrade for a bit more convenience on longer trips. But for FSD, it's more of a investment in the future potential rather than something you're going to be using day to day. One of the biggest advantages of owning a Tesla, or any EV by that matter, is the low cost of ownership. Once you get past that higher upfront price, running a Tesla is significantly cheaper than any petrol or diesel equivalent. We've already talked about charging costs, but also Teslas require very little maintenance compared to traditional vehicles. You've got no oil changes or spark plugs, timing belts or gearbox to worry about. Instead, Tesla recommends you replace the cabin air filter every 2 years, flushing the brake fluid every 4, and also because regen braking reduces the wear on your brake pads, they even last longer. You have many owners that go years without having to visit a service centre, especially the ones who have got low mileage or even just use the car in a more urban driving. There is one catch though, is insurance. Because Teslas are expensive tech, and they've got camera sensors and expensive body panels, they can be quite costly to repair, which bump up your premiums. So before you buy, obviously just try and get a few quotes from your standard mainstream suppliers of insurance, just to make sure it's something that you can afford. Let's address something that gets brought up when people talk about Tesla: build quality. In the early days, especially around 2019, 2020, Tesla had a reputation for misaligned panels, inconsistent paint finishes and questionable trim fitments. But this is largely behind them now. The latest vehicles that are now built in Shanghai and Berlin show a clear step up in quality. And with your warranty, both cars come with a 4-year or 50,000 mile basic warranty and an 8-year 100,000 mile or 120,000 mile, depending on the battery and drivetrain, warranty on the battery and drivetrain. Everything is done through the Tesla app as well. Servicing, MOTs, even repairs are all done via the app, and some of them can be done by a mobile technician right on your driveway. Finally, which one should you buy? The Model Y or the Model 3? Well, here's my advice. Go for the Model 3 if you want the most efficient, best driving Tesla. It's great for long distance travelling and commuting from your workplace. But pick the Model Y if you need more space, you carry rear passengers often, or just like sitting higher up in the car. When it comes to the actual trim, the rear-wheel drive versions have fantastic value and come with everything that you need. The long-range trims are, in my opinion, the sweet spot if you need the most range and a little bit more power. And the performance versions are probably a bit overkill for most, but are really quick. When you're ready to order, head to the Tesla website using my referral link down in the description for £500 off purchase if you're buying the car outright, or £500 worth of free supercharging or accessories if using PCP or leasing. There's no dealership haggling, you just go online, choose your car, you put down your refundable deposit and you're good to go. Your deliveries usually take about a few weeks, and Tesla often have inventory vehicles which can be available even faster. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments which Tesla you're leaning towards, and if you have any questions about charging, insurance or ownership, just drop them down below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss the next episode of Ben Goes Electric. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one.